Welcome everybody to another exciting matchup in the UGL. Currently, we're jumping right into it quickly. We got Primitive versus TCG, starting on Hackney Yard Hardpoint. Off to the quick lead is TCG, edging a little bit over Primitive.
Which is interesting considering they had the weak spawn right out of the gate. They came onto it pretty hard and took it over.
Ooh. Reboost trying to get some outer offense going, but was unable to do so.
Doing good about holding this point. The good rotations for Team Primitive.
Yep. They gotta hold it if they want to get close to tying it or even taking the lead. Benjamino just launching stuff down there randomly.
He's just eating everything he's got down the stairs.
They're still holding it though. TCG showing a little bit of struggle trying to get in, but they still managed to be on top and continue their defense.
Exactly.
Legion now watching that door.
Really pulling up the tail end of things, clearing everybody out and making sure his team gets that valuable time on hardpoint.
He dropped his sidearm and picked up an M4, so now he's got the M4 and the SMG, or I think he picked up the SMG, sorry. But he's got the double primary and he gets taken out. We're gonna see the rotation come up here, and it looks like TCG is already set up.
Yeah, they're heading over. This is gonna be the harder one out of anything to keep. I mean, this is my least favorite point on this map to keep because there's so many places you can get shot from. I mean, just to give perspective from it, I mean, this is a, I mean, just all the angles that you can get shot from this one location.
Definitely. It's always the most exciting hardpoint personally because, at least in my opinion, is since there's so little cover and there's so many angles, it's really interesting to see what teams can create in terms of a good defense.
And there's that dreaded shot from right above. I just learned that recently, about a month ago, that you could get up on top and shoot down into the hard point from that place that's on screen right now.
Where Legion's getting set up. Oh, I see. Okay.
The little bed racks right to his 6 o'clock right now. You can get right there and shoot into the hard point.
It's a nice little sneaky spot.
Yeah, it's a very cheeky spot. I will give people that who use it, and it makes everybody mad who gets shot from that spot.
Okay,
Benjamino just coming in and just tearing it up right here. Just merciless.
TCG still hold. Oh, they're not actually. They got nobody on the point. It did switch to Primitive. That was because of Benjamino's efforts, that's for sure.
Oh, ain't no doubt. He came in and just went ahead and took out 2 of them and got them off the point and took it for his team.
Oh, he's just on a tear going up and down.
Yeah, 3 streak right now.
Transitioning from one level to another.
His KD is about even right now, 9-9. But, I mean, it's the beginning of the match. It's got lots of time to change that.
That's true. And it's not always about the KD. It's about what you do in certain situations.
Yeah, see, it is a team sport now. You can't do it by yourself.
True that. And Primitive is definitely making a really strong push here to try and get back into this game. They're ever so closely creeping on getting closer to the tie. But TCG had the rotation set up, and now they got a pretty good defense. Trophy system set up as usual, watching both doors. They got people roaming around out front. Primitive struggling to try to find a way in.
Looks like they just got every angle held right here on this hard point. They're going to hold it. Right now, 20 seconds, it's time to rotate the next point for most of the people. It looks like that's what they're going to do.
Primitive doing the early rotation, not even waiting until the 10-second mark because they just knew they couldn't get in there.
I mean, it's really what you have to do. If you want to get those points, you got to rotate about 20 seconds. You can always leave a person or two on point to contest and waste other teams' time, but you need to rotate at least at 20.
Definitely. And good little play by Cream Pie there. I thought he was for surely dead, but he managed just to pull off the double.
Oh, Cream.
Oh, shot through the wall. Good play by Versity.
I guess you could say he got creamed.
Yeah.
And there's the dad joke of the day. I'll leave that at the door next time I come back in. Great. Another kill by Cream.
Yeah, he was upset. He's on a tear now.
He was upset. He's out for blood.
Yeah. Or is he out for Cream?
Oh, wow. And just got the double tap right there. I mean, he's definitely coming back with a vengeance on the 4th streak right now, 22 and 10. A little above a 2.0 right there.
Not even just him though. If you look at Sad Boy, he's been playing some good Slayer-like action roaming the map.
Oh yeah, very good fraggers. Looks like Cream Pie's gonna try to go in and get him some more, and they're gonna take it.
Oh, it's contested. Oh, but Primitive gets dropped at the lower level, and now they're gonna send their fraggers out to prevent Primitive from getting in there, and they have enough time to win the game.
Team managers will stay in, check these angles, make sure nobody's trying to any fishy business.
Yep, just giving his team some extra support from the upper level. However, it was contested there for a second. I don't. Oh, he obviously somebody took out that player trying to creep up behind him.
And it looks like Walrus is gonna try to be on point.
And TCG takes it.
Wow. 250 to 95. Not quite as close as we had in matches last night. If anybody was tuned into that one, that was a great game. I mean, it was neck to neck right up until the bitter end.
It was definitely closer at the start. I thought personally it was going to maintain that, but once TCG got their rhythm going, they just carried that momentum right to the end of the game.
Exactly.
So good win by TCG and good effort by Primitive.
Yeah, I want to thank Bioshocker for making us some new overlays also. No, y'all haven't seen already from the stream from the transitions and the new panels we have, but he's done a lot of work on these, so we appreciate him from doing that. He's had some trouble with his game today for some reason, so we're gonna see if we can get him in. He's our other silent caster.
He should be coming now.
Yeah, hopefully everything's alright. Hopefully our chat box is working.
It is. It hasn't glitched out yet. But it definitely it can happen, that's for sure. And when it does, it doesn't come back.
Yeah, it must not be anybody chatting right now because the box is empty. I guess I'll check on the stream and see what we have here. It's a work in progress, and like we've said multiple times, without technical difficulties, it would not be the UGL.
Okay, I'm inviting him, but he's missing my invites. Okay, could you maybe try giving him an invite there, Killer?
I will. Did you invite the game? Yeah, it looks like we're going to do some more work on the chat box for the stream. It's not quite wanting to work right, but we will get that working
Yeah.
eventually.
It's a constant evolution, so we do appreciate everybody's patience while we, advance the stream and the league itself. Okay, he's just gonna restart his game here.
Poor Bo. He seems to be drawing the short end of the stick lately. I mean, he couldn't even download the Call of Duty update for the longest time because his internet decided it was going to go to half a megabit bit per second. So he was cursing everything for that slow and dreaded download.
Yep, that can be blamed on the not so good UK internet.
I will agree. But going back to that match, TCG, TCG with the win there, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I
Couple of
thought.
standout players definitely would be Cream Pied and Sad Boy. That's for sure. I think it was either Pocky or let me take a look here. Just look at the scoreboard. They had a couple. Oh yeah, it was Mucho. Mucho, Sad Boy, and Cream Pied were definitely playing the more roam around and frag, whereas T-Man and Pocky kind of sat on the point. Still contributed, but definitely played the objective pretty hard.
We can't forget about our top fraggers. Was like Cream and Sad Boy. They did an amazing job at going out and just getting those good frag kills.
Yes, that was definitely the difference is those exchanges. If you look at the score for Primitive, you definitely see that none of their players were in the positives. Whereas if you look at TCG, they definitely had a lot better KD, which I think led to opening that window for their objective players for being able to stay on the point longer and more consistently throughout the match.
Oh, exactly. And Sad Boy went for Team TCG. He went 29 and 14. Now, granted, he only had 9 seconds on point, but that wasn't his job. He was not an OBJ player. He was out there securing those corners and those angles so that his other team, which would be Team Man, looks like he was the OBJ player with 2 minutes and 36 seconds on the hard point. So he went even in, but got so much time on point. Sad Boy though, the really impressive right there, 29 to 14.
Yes.
Cream went
Yep.
26 and 10, so that's also very impressive for him. He did get 54 seconds on point though, so he may be the flex player right there.
He definitely contributed on both sides of the play. Um, Still, it seems unfortunately like Bio is not getting our invites.
But this is a sad, sad day. I know he's
It's
not
okay though.
happy. I sent him one more invite.
So
We'll see if we can get him in, and if not, we'll have to unfortunately continue without.
yeah, we have an alternative way where he can watch, so it's not that big of a deal. However, we apologize for the delay, and I think we're gonna get started here. Yeah, we're gonna get launching here. So, yet again, apologize. We apologize for the delay. We're gonna get started here with the next round, which would be Search and Destroy Arklov Peak.
One of the lesser favorites of the maps that I like, but some people like this map. It's very interesting. As we said last night, it'll really show if you can commit to doing something and not back down. Because once you start making that push, if you're gonna make a hard push, a lot of people tend to push up really hard. Then people start shooting and they don't keep going. They just kind of back down and either slow down and turn around and go back another way. But you really just have to push through on this map.
Yes, definitely. I've seen a lot of exciting exchanges though in this map, especially on the B point when they do decide to change it up. Because primarily everybody usually goes for A, at least 80% of the time, I'd say.
Well, so A is so good because it has the barrels and stuff around that it's really easy to get proned out right there and have a really good spot to plant if your team can cover you. B's more easy to get somebody off, to me. And here we go.
B has more protection from the outside. A's way more open. But we'll see what happens here. I love A because of the sniping.
Great
And
kill
nice shot.
from Reboost
Really
Genesis.
good shot by Reboost.
I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything better right there. He was right there, right time. Great aim.
Gets Primitive off to an early lead, at least in the kill department. So it's now 5v4.
And he sees him but misses.
Oh, TCG balances it out by taking out Benjamino. And now Mucho Cheddar downs Walrus. TCG now with the lead in the kills. Playing good defense. Versity balances it out.
Great kill by Legion. Looks like they're even going
Legion
just
takes the lead. It's just a back and forth battle right now.
I don't think they're gonna go for the plant
TCG
right
takes
now.
one. No, it looks like they're just gonna try and wipe them. It's now 2v1. Mucho Cheddar's got his work cut out for him.
That he does.
He's injured.
And he gets
Oh,
taken
but the
out
other
from the
angle.
crossfire. Great
He didn't
win
really
by
have
Primitive.
anywhere to go.
No, he didn't. He's blocked both things. He had to stay entrenched to survive pretty much. But even then, Legion would have come and got him.
Yeah, he would have just peeked over the edge and shot him in the head more than likely. So Primitive takes round 1. And let's see.
I'm not quite sure what their team's doing. Looks like something. Something's gone wrong. Looks like. I can't
Yeah, I'm
check
not exactly
Discord.
sure.
But I'm fixing to check and see. Somebody might have some insight for us. And let's see what we got.
Oh, they are going to balance it out. Oh, it was regular. It was regular.
Oh, it was in CDL. Yeah, that's a no-no.
Yeah, so they're gonna give themselves the first round. Or sorry, not give themselves, give Primitive the first round.
Okay, so it'll be 1-1. So they only have to win two matches and they get the win. So you don't have to get 3.
No, they're just gonna give them the first round of the SND. They're gonna kill themselves
That's
just to
not
balance
3.
it out. Since
It's
it was
not
in the
3.
current
That's
game.
my bad.
Right now? I mean, nothing really changed on our part either.
Yeah, it's to first to 6. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're just gonna get a round off the start, just to balance it out.
Yep. So
It's kind of entertaining watching them commit suicide.
let's go over here and see what's going on with I gotta find somebody who's still alive. Never mind. I couldn't. Every time I tried to go to somebody, it'd kill them and I couldn't watch them.
It's just too fast.
It was. I was trying to hit buttons and try to swap and it wouldn't happen. That's quite unfortunate.
Okay, so here we go.
Mass genocide.
Now, yeah. Now it's everything set up properly. We're gonna continue on here. Primitive up 1.
It looks like T-Man's going to be the OBJ player again. Palky wants that kill, and it looks like he may get it if he's patient enough.
It's gonna be close.
If he's patient enough.
No. Oh. That was a good.
He missed it.
Yeah, because he did pop, but he got distracted by that other player.
Yep. So he's going to go and try to get... Oh!
What a shot!
Great shot by Palky right there. It just knocked his hat off right there pretty much.
That was a really good shot.
He's much better at using a sniper than I am. I will give him that.
He did get the hit there, but I saw the hit marker,
yeah,
but I don't think he got the kill.
It's probably a center mass shot. They got 25 seconds
I think
left.
his teammate finished him off.
Great
They're
grenade.
running out of time,
Like
but it looks like they're gonna get the plant.
Yeah, if he can get the plant, and there we go. They got to get it down to at least 7 seconds. I think it is 7.25 or something like that. This is how long it takes to defuse.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for Versity, that's for sure, because he's gonna have to
But again,
sneak in there.
with the sniper. But he hears
Oh,
it.
it looks like Pocky's on him.
Oh!
Good play though by Versity.
Exactly.
He's not gonna have enough time for the disarm, unfortunately. So it looks like TCG will tie it. Yeah, sometimes it bugs out like that, and you just can't switch to the players.
There we go.
I've had that issue before. Yeah, yeah. After the battle's done, of course, right?
Yeah. I was like, why is it not swapping? I was like, don't dever, please. You know, knock on wood. We don't want that to happen.
No. I hope that they can finally, flatten those bugs that they've been having in the game.
Hey, it's
especially
Activision. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. I guess that's true. Unfortunately.
Okay, Benjamino, their top fragger, is gonna be the bomb carrier this time. Interesting. You know, lately we've been seeing was it ooh,
good play,
great
good play.
shot, headshot. Well, there may be a reason they gave him the bomb. Palky's gonna sit over there watching trench side, and I guarantee he's got a sniper.
Basically went A. They do have T-Man sitting over at B, but his efforts are just being wasted.
And Palky takes out Benjamino.
However, TCG playing really well though, even though outnumbered.
Yeah, looks like I'm locked up again. There we go. See what
Reboost
Rebo's
is gonna try and make something happen.
They gotta take out everybody. This is when Dead Silence would come in handy.
Yeah. Looks like he's gonna try for the potential. Oh,
he
good play.
He just had to take that. Oh, too much
he
time
just
with
couldn't
sniper.
get going. Yeah, if he would have, it looked like he had a Renetti there. If he would have tried with the Renetti, he might have been able to make it happen.
Maybe before the patch, but you know, this last patch they nerfed it pretty well.
Yeah, they increased, I believe, the spray fire on the burst, I believe.
Yeah, they did, and I think they nerfed the also the damage per second. I'd have to look at the patch notes, but it's something to that effect that happened. T-Man with the bomb. So everybody's gonna frag out already. We'll go ahead and we'll see what Hawk is doing. I can already tell you what he's. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. He's actually gonna go right. Looks like.
Just trying to psych you out, make it look like that. I think he was just checking the backside for his team just to make sure that they're not going to get flanked.
Oh, exactly. Walrus is going to have his backside down. Now he knows where he is.
He got bloodied. He's got to recover before he pushes too hard, which he does. Good play. They got a good crossfire.
Cream's going to take that kill.
And they get the bomb plant.
Now it looks like Pocky's gonna go up and just use their. He was looking for somebody to kill, but doesn't look like he'll get it.
And it's a 4v2, so it's gonna be really hard for Primitive to come back here. However, Reboost manages to take out Cream Pied.
Palky gets killed by
And he
Reboost.
takes out Pocky. It's T-Man and
great
Pocky.
kill.
Oh. reboost. I was about to say T-Man and Pocky, but T-Man a reboost, and T-Man definitely gets the better of him there, giving TCG the 3-1 lead in round 4.
Great aim right there by T-Man. Sometimes in those stressful situations, it's really easy to just be kind of jerky and not be smooth with your shots. And looks like Team TCG is going to be setting up. Mucho Cheddar is going for high ground. Not sure who's going to go for low ground.
Spot on the trophy system, that's for sure. And TCG just really in a good spot. Nice shot by Reboost, but with TCG being on defense and up by 2 rounds, they're looking pretty good to continue the momentum. However, Primitive makes it a 5v3.
Legion's going to be very wary when he's coming in. It's good, but that's why I said it was so good about this objective. You have a lot of cover to get behind when you're planning. If you can get in and get out, you're set.
Yep, that's true. And it's very easy to watch over the bomb, because if you plant it on this side, they literally have to come across that cover to get the defuse off. So they need to clear it out and then get to the bomb. There's no way they can try and like ninja it while the other team's still alive.
Rebus gets the kill from T-Man. Verzetti's going to go around and try to take out Palky, looks like. If he sees him, he does. That's it.
Primitive getting closer.
A great comeback by Primitive right there. Wasn't sure if he was going to come all the way back around the boxes and he was going to see him, but it looks like he did. On to round 5.
Yeah, I've noticed from watching Primitive that they do play a little bit better when they're pushed up against the wall. So let's see if that pressure can put them into overdrive and tie this game up. Reboost loves that sniper.
Yep. Looks like Verzetti's going to be watching for a B plant. And looks like they were thinking about it, but they did not push up together.
Reboost is popping off, takes out Cream Pie and Mucho Cheddar. It's now a 5v2. T-Man and Pocky are the only ones left on the TCG side.
And that was
They're
very
faltering.
bad. This is where I said you gotta commit. You have to commit whenever you go for that plant. You can't sort of come up and then back off and just kind of sit where you're waiting for somebody else to come up. Oh!
No scope!
The disrespect that was just shown.
I can't believe that he got that in that particular situation. TCG was already in a bad position, but to go out like that at the end, oh.
At least it wasn't a finishing move. Although everybody loves a good finishing move into an S&D match.
Yeah. So, Primitive ties it up 3-3. We're going into round 7 here. Primitive hasn't led. Oh, they led once at the beginning, but then TCG was just on a tear and won back-to-back 3 rounds in a row. However, it's interesting to see how this one's playing out. Everybody cautious on both sides.
Exactly. This is the point where you really have to get some grit and go. Because the more time you give the opposing, exactly, but the more time you give the opposite team, the more time they have to set up very good angles where you won't be able to kill them later.
Oh, I completely agree. And Primitive gets the benefit of the doubt, taking out 3 in rapid succession.
Like Legion's gonna go for the plant. He gets it down. Now what's gonna happen? Will they sit back and wait?
I think they'll just finish with kills, it seems. With Sad Boy already going down. just leaves T-Man to take out a full amped up primitive team, which I just unfortunately don't think is going to happen.
Like I said, Primitive's coming back, and they're coming back with a vengeance.
Oh. Some critical misses on his behalf. Versity definitely didn't have the jump on that. Okay, so it looks like Primitive's on fire, especially Reboost with 10 and 3, Benjamino right behind him with 8 and 3, and Versity 7 and 2.
Let's just take a minute and appreciate this 10 and 3. I mean, that is he's putting some work this round. I'll give him that.
And that's just been him starting with the sniper and swapping from the sniper to picking up an AR when he needed it. He's been doing really good with that. Getting some real key critical sniper shots as well.
Oh, exactly. True, that's the one good thing this map is good for, is to get trench. Tries to get Cream Pie tries to get Benjamino, but just doesn't succeed right there. But Palky picks it up where he left off.
You have the lead in terms of kills. It's a 4v3 for TCG. Doesn't mean that Primitive's out. They can easily balance it, which he's trying to do here. Oh, but their main player is now downed.
Yep.
It's looking a lot better for TCG with the 4v2.
And I can't spot the people fast enough before they get killed. Oh, good kill by Versity.
Unfortunately, though, it's a 3v1 with the bomb planted.
He's going to have to really pull it together here, or they're going to get it.
And they just have such a good defense set up at the bomb that I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do here.
He's not sure either, I don't think.
I think he was expecting them to maybe rush, but there's really no point when you're in this situation to risk running towards the enemy when you have the bomb planted.
And that is it.
TCG ties it up. It's getting tight now. 4-4 after 8 rounds. On offense.
Third person's always a weird angle on Call of Duty. I just can't. I don't think I'll ever get used to that in CoD Caster.
It reminds me of Fortnite.
It reminds me of PUBG. And I never let they gave me their bombs down in graveyard. So that's not very good for Team Primitive. They're going to have to go retrieve that at some point or another. Looks like Benjamino is going to be the one to try to go do it. Looks like he'll be able to, since was it Palky over there is not over watching it anymore.
Really good start to the round for TCG though. Taking out 3 players and being untouched. Looks like they're trying to go for the kill shutout, and they're close.
Gets him over top of that.
However, Reboost, he's proven to be strong. Oh, but they wipe him.
Wow.
TCG
Powerful match
must have had.
for TCG.
Yeah, that was a really good bounce back round. Oh, that was the grenade.
Even if the grenade hadn't have killed him, even if he hadn't killed him, the grenade was right there waiting on him.
It was the Semtex was just waiting to explode.
I forget what even round we're on at this point. We've been going for a while.
Round 9, yeah. And now it's going to be Primitive's chance to try and bounce back.
Like T-Man's gonna have her bomb. He has 2 plants, negative right now, but with your OBJ player, you're gonna look for a negative KD. They're not focused on kills; they're focused on getting in there and completing whatever objective needs to be completed.
Definitely.
Like Benjamino's gonna be waiting on somebody to come and plant. He's gonna flick around on them, maybe.
E-Man almost anticipating that somebody's there. Oh, good Semtex by Pocky.
I was wondering
Balance
how
out.
many it was gonna take to get that, but
Yeah, Benjamino just kept absorbing them there. However, Primitive fighting back, playing strong.
looks like T-Man's gonna try to bait somebody out, but it doesn't work. Legion's gonna sit where he's at. This would be a good point for Dead Silence and a knife to just get over there really quickly and flip it. And never saw him. Great kill by Brazzetti.
It was just a rapid end to the round, and Primitive ties it up again. We're going to round 11. Whoever wins this one takes the game.
I must say, both teams are doing very well right now. They both had their mistakes that they've made, but they're fighting tooth and nail for it at this point.
Yes, and it looks like Primitive will have the advantage with being on defense. I think what TCG needs to do right now is they need to go for B.
They need a hard B, though.
Game. Yeah,
They need
force
that,
the entire game, go for B. And it looks like that's what they're going to try and do here, which is hilarious.
It looks like Primitive already anticipated that for the last round. So it looks like Pocky's going to try to go in. Walrus is waiting on him.
Primitive knows.
And he gets him.
Yeah, you would see action at A already, and they know that they're expecting the switch up. And already Primitive with the advantage. Oh.
T-Man gets completely, I mean, head blown off by Reboost. Was that with the sniper again?
I actually did not see the
since it was
kill counter there.
Yeah, since it was a headshot, I couldn't tell what weapon it was from.
It looks like Primitive is gonna battle this one back.
And there we go.
It's over.
Primitive with the win.
Amazing comeback, that's for sure. Being down, or they were up 1-0, and then they went down 3-1, tied it up 3-3, took the lead 4-3, and then it was back and forth right until round 11. But they proved to just hold on and get the win.
Great fight by both teams.
Definitely,
really...
I would completely agree. So that brings the series tied up 1-1. We're going to be going into domination. Let's see here. Domination Hackney Yard.
Oh, this should be interesting. This is a great map to really know your angles on.
Yes.
That's really what you have to do on that particular map. Know your angles really well and be able to rotate when needed. Don't just wait for somebody to come back after they respawn. You can't do that. You will lose your points. You have to actively rotate whenever you see somebody needs help.
Definitely. Yep. And it's all about A and B. Get A, get B, and then just basically lock the team on the C side and don't let them move across the map, and that should be an easy win for any team that's able to do that.
Oh yeah. Not sure what we're waiting on at this point. Oh, it looks like we're starting. Here we go.
Yep, they were just waiting on everybody to be ready, including us. And here we are heading into Domination Hackney Yard. Both teams tied 1-1 in the best of 5 series.
And here we
TCG
go.
taking the hard point, and Primitive manages to sneak away with the SND.
Primitive on the good spawn, but looks like TCG's bringing that same aggression into this match as they did the first round. They didn't take it, but I mean, they just rushed the point immediately, trying to get.
Yes. They may be a team that's a little bit better with the having the respawn game modes. We'll see what plays out in this one. Sad Boy gets a triple.
Really seeing a lot of use of the
He
MP5
choked
lately.
his teammate. Well, there's a lot of close quarter combat, I would say, in this map, which would make sense for most people to use the MP5 or even the MP7 in some situations.
MP7's a lot faster rate of fire, but the damage rate is a lot lower, I think, than the MP5. They also
I believe the
it has
MP5 does some more damage.
really okay. Yeah, the MP5 does.
Yep.
But also you have a lot higher ADS speed with the MP5, with the build a lot of the CDL players use.
Yeah, the MP5 is widely used. It seems even with after the changes, everybody's still sticking with the MP5.
Oh, it's gonna be the meta.
Yeah, it's the staple gun.
MP5 and the M4A1 looks like, but a lot of people are using the Growl lately. It's a decent weapon. I mean, I still like my meta guns, but Growl's a good one too.
The Growl, the reason why I think people like the Growl is I feel like it's a pretty good mix in between a long-range assault rifle and an SMG, and I believe that's why it's gotten so much popularity lately.
Oh yeah. Also, the P90 has been getting a little more popular in some of the pub matches, I know.
I've seen a lot of P90 use personally myself.
Not quite sure
Doesn't
why
seem
I
like
see
it's
a
a-
lot of PP Bison. They get some kills, but I don't know why they still use it. Not really my go-to weapon.
I agree. I personally, I'm an M4 guy myself.
Oh yeah. Can't really go wrong with the.
Well, the M4 is another type of weapon that's kind of like in between. It's got good fire rate, it's got good range. Especially if you drop those 9mm rounds in it, it
Oh,
can
yeah.
be just like an SMG. So
Not sure why my nameplate's disappeared. I can't remember what the hotkey for that is. If you would mind looking in our chat and seeing what setting that is. It's not J.
here, I'll get it for you.
Like
Oh, it
Legion's
actually won't
gonna
let-
be. It's gonna be under hotkeys.
It won't let me actually look at the hotkeys while I'm in the game.
Huh,
Uh,
interesting.
Let's see here.
I think we put it in the Discord. In maybe an admin. But anyway. Looks like Primitive's gonna be trying to take in Bravo, but looks like TCG's gonna put a stop to that pretty quickly. Coming
Hit
back
C.
in.
Hit C.
Perfect.
There you go. I just had to face roll my keyboard to figure that one out.
Legion really putting in some work. 16-9. Benjamino's 10-8, so doing a little better.
Well, just
Now
looking
nobody's
for
super
really
standing
close.
out at this point. Everybody's pretty close. I mean, 74-72 in favor of Primitive.
And it looks like TCG's gonna take the lead. Oh no, they just
No.
lost C at the wrong time, but they're gonna take A. It looks like this could be interesting to see. It could actually even be a tie at the end of the first half.
I actually got a tie in domination
Yes,
yesterday.
it is.
200
I've
to.
seen that.
This is the second time I've seen that. First time was my match, and we had a 200 to 200 tie in a pub game. Very, very weird and interesting, but it can happen, and as we just saw, it does happen.
Yeah, I can't believe that. 80-80 going into the second half here. TCG starting on the favorable side of A. Let's see if they can quickly get A and control B.
Yeah, Poke's gonna stay back and capture A for the team.
Primitive clears B though.
Good kill by Sad Boy as he goes around, probably for the flank, looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, he made a really good move there. Went in behind the primitive players getting set up on the other side of the van and sent them to their maker.
Yeah, I guess I'll tell you, it's a 2v1. He didn't win that round, but didn't win that match between them, but still doing good. Check in on Benjamin, our other MVP of Team Primitive as of lately.
Yep. Oh, turn the kill counter back on. Hit K.
There we go. This game seems to be really glitchy today for some reason. Not quite sure.
Well, and the hotkeys, oh man, they're all over the place for the Codcaster. It's tough to remember them all.
Yeah, looks like I need to make a laminated copy of them, put them somewhere apparently.
Yeah, or a bunch of sticky notes on your monitor.
Exactly. Feel like I've got dementia or something, trying to remember all these things.
Now, it does seem that TCG is starting to gain a little bit of momentum, but Primitive not far behind.
Primitive seems to be the fighting underdog. This it's the gift that just keeps giving.
Yeah, it seems like they perform really well when they're facing
Under-
adversity, that's
or
for sure.
under pressure. That's a fact. Legion's on back up for a moment, but it doesn't pay off. He gets taken out from behind. Palky's gonna set up with M4 just watching lower L.
And TCG now holding A and B. It looks like Versity is trying to ninja A, but good play by Pocky to get back over there. He's going to clear it and probably head back to B.
Great kill by Versity. Nasty flick, I would say right there. That was downright dirty.
Not sure exactly what it's going to do for him in the end as TCG swarms B. However, Pocky, he's trying to hold off the people moving in from forklift, but it looks like Walrus took him out.
Looks like I'm not quite sure where Sad Boy came from. He was just there.
Sorry, Legion. Yeah, he took 2 out before he went down, but then Cream Pie avenged him.
T-Man's gonna set up on top of garage, looks like. Watch Cooper coming. That's where the MP5 not quite as good. Those long range shots like that, you gotta really place your shots well.
That is true, especially with the crazy recoil.
Yeah, you can.
However, it doesn't
negate
seem like
that.
people struggle that much with it.
Yeah, you
That's
can
the thing,
negate
though.
it with the attachment, so it's not that bad.
Yeah. Some of these SMGs, just in general, though, seem like they don't really suffer that much of a range penalty.
No, it looks like there's also an advanced UAV feature when you hit R. That's interesting.
Learn something new every day.
Exactly. I fat thumbed 4 and hit R by accident. Quite interesting.
So TCG with the lead, however, they're starting to lose a little bit of the momentum. Primitive battling back pretty hard. However, they did neutralize B, and they're now capping it. They got B and C, which isn't ideal, but it'll do to seal out this round. Because I think even with the triple cap, Primitive cannot come back from this game
Yeah,
with only 15 seconds left.
I think this is it right here.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's gonna
it. 7
nails in
seconds
the
left.
coffin.
That's it right there. I mean, great game by Team TCG right there.
Yeah, it was a lot of back and forth action, but TCG just manages to squeak it out. And like with what I was saying before, it seems like they do a little bit better on the game modes where they have the option to respawn. They definitely struggled a little bit in the S&D, but hardpoint and domination, they proved to be superior.
Yeah, it looks like Sad Boy's gonna be the MVP of this match. 30 and 21.
I don't know. I think Pocky personally, 28 and 13. He's that's a little bit more of a better ratio, I would say. And look at his defense. He saved a lot of point. Like he was just watching A like a hawk for a large point of that game. 9 defends is pretty amazing.
Yeah, we'll see if I can't change these scores right quick. Looks like we have the next match ready. It's gonna be Hardpoint or Ramaza.
Or for
Don't
you, buddy.
look, don't
Rebel,
look, don't look if I can't get the word out. Jeez.
Okay, so TCG has the opportunity to close out the series here. However, we're going into Hardpoint, which they definitely played favorably in the first match. So
Yeah, we'll see what they can pull out of this round right here. It should be interesting. Reboost is gonna take the back way in, trying to flank everybody comes around, and he gets him.
oh,
Gets
almost
taken out
gets
by
2.
T-Man. We'll see if we can't get us overhead view of all this. Sometimes it gives you a little more perspective. Only 1 on the hard point with 40 seconds left. Not quite sure what everybody else is thinking at this point.
I think they're trying to go for some sort of blank, or they just got a bad respawn. I'm not exactly sure.
It might have been. There's 3 of them over by C objective.
B-Man's holding it down. Oh, he was holding
He
it down.
was
but
holding
he
it down,
taken
but-
out.
Yeah, it looks like Walrus came in and just hammered it out, got him out, and that was that. He sees him, but he couldn't get him in time. Looks like they're new hard point at this now. And it's gonna be Team Primitive who's on it. Yeah, coming to this match, I knew they were gonna be pretty evenly matched, but it's been pretty close the whole time. That first round was the warm-up round, I guess say. It wasn't that close, but other than that, the last couple rounds have been just extremely close for both teams.
Oh, good play by Legion.
Of course, I just realized I'm talking only on stream, probably talking over Drow. And I had my Discord muted.
Oh.
I was like, Drow's not talking. I forget sometimes I have to look at two separate mute buttons, because when I mute them both, but I forget to re-unmute both of them sometimes.
So TCG battling hard, trying to make a comeback at balancing out the points, which they're doing a pretty good job of, but Primitive's barging in. However, good respawn by TCG to reinforce the hard point.
Ooh, good kill by Legion right there. That's the thing about the M4 is once you have it in that the double time or your tactical sprint, it's hard to get it back down ADS quickly.
Definitely.
And looks like Team Primitive just came in and just didn't care if that was their spawn. They were going to take it.
Looking like they're going to try and rotate to the next point, but I think Primitive's going to get there first.
Yep, they waited too long. They missed the 20-second mark, and they really couldn't get out anyway if they wanted, I don't think. It's like Wars is going to be on point. It's going to be bottom of construction.
Yeah, Primitive definitely with the better setup, I would say, over there. However, TCG's moving in with 3 or 4 people. However, Primitive's holding it down.
Yeah, Wars, we spoke too soon. Of course, the caster's curse is strong.
His teammates, though, managed to clear it out for him, and then Walrus gets back for defense. Missed the opportunity to take out Cream Pied.
Yep.
And then gets taken out by T-Man on the bottom level. Oh, Reboost got really lucky with that exchange.
Exactly. That's a risky hipfire right there. I mean, of course, with CDL you have no lasers or anything, so. Looks like Walrus
Primitive
again.
is not going to want to lose this.
No, they're not. They are really wanting to push this into another round.
And they're in a good setup to do so. But I've seen games be close like this, and the team that's down gets the lucky positioning of the rotations, and it just ends in their favor. And the same thing could happen for TCG. They're only about 22 points behind. KD's pretty balanced for the most part. Little bit favorable to TCG, I would say.
Yeah, looks like they're holding this hallway down really well. I mean, just kind of camping these corners, these sidewalls, and that's all you can ask for, really. And looks like we have reset now. Everybody's
And Primitive
jumping
is there
this bridge.
first. Oh, wow. Good play by Sad Boy, though. He just waltzes in there and takes out the defensive setup that Primitive had. And now they're creeping. They're creeping on taking a lead here. And they're going to get it. Primitive just gets fully wiped from that hard point. And now they're struggling to reinforce it as well. However, they do take out the TCG player that was sitting on it, gaining points. It ends at 5, but they get another person there. Oh, that was
interesting.
That was a sketchy one.
Yeah. I mean, I get that somebody's on hard point, but That
That
was
was just a really lucky
that
position to
was
shoot at.
lucky positioning.
And TCG gets the next one, but there's a huge force of Primitive trying to bust in that doorway. Oh, T-Man couldn't hold it down. It's contested now. And Primitive takes it over. TCG's coming in there now. But they got to take the Primitive players out on the way in and get on the point.
Yeah, trying to keep a watch on the mini map and try to swap the people as soon as they die, but it's a little chaotic right now, I would say.
Yes, especially with this particular hard point. There's a lot of action going on.
It looks like they're all going to the new objective, leaving Walrus to finish it out and grab those remaining points. And he brings up the rear. T-Man gonna be watching this
TCG's
top.
there first.
He's
No, he
taking
was
out
trying to.
Yeah, tried to, but didn't quite work out for him right there.
No. This is another hectic hard point right here. But TCG just doing enough to keep getting the points. It's gonna come down to that one last rotation, I feel like.
Yeah, that's what it's looking more a lot more like that's gonna be true.
I think both teams are gonna be really close, and it's gonna be whoever gets to that last point is gonna be the winner, I think. And it just all depends on who ends up, you know, with the rotation, like getting wiped from the hard point and moving on to the next one. I think that's really what it's going to come down to. However, if TCG can hold this one down, get a majority of the points out of it, and rotate to the next one, they can win the game right here.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like not literally right here because they don't have enough time, but
They need to establish a lead first, though.
yeah, creating that scenario though would win them the game. And it looks like that's what they're trying to do a little bit with those two players that are roaming around the southern part of the map. However, Primitive takes them out. But in reality, this is the situation that they wanted. So Primitive is not going to have enough points to win here. So Primitive needs the back-to-back hard point captures.
Exactly. They can't let it be taken at all, or they lose.
Yeah. Whereas TCG can basically just abandon this point and just wait for the next rotation in reality and just set up really strong defensively, but I don't even know if it's going to go that far.
They need 5 more points. 4 seconds.
3.
And looks
3
like
points left.
Took it.
2. 1.
And that's game.
And they take it. TCG. So definitely strong performance by both teams, that's for sure. Primitive just couldn't get it together in the respawn game modes, whereas TCG was just all over it. Sad Boy really took advantage of that one with 42 and 17.
Great game by both teams, though.
Definitely. I think it really came down to the exchanges yet again, though. You see more players definitely in the positives on the TCG side, and that's what it can come down to. Even though Walrus had a lot of time on the point, he needed some help from his teammates, that's for sure. So TCG is going to take the win. Primitive is going to lose, but definitely, like Killer said, really good effort by both teams, a really good performance.
And looks like that's gonna be it.
That's going to bring the end to our stream. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget, tonight has a couple more matchups. We have Jinx versus Team SF. And we also have Team Autumn versus Team MBFA. Jinx versus SF is going to be at 9 Eastern Standard Time, and Autumn versus MBFA is going to be at 10 Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you turn in for those matchups. And yet again, thank you very much for tuning into the UGL and these great teams playing these great matches. So stay safe, stay healthy, and stay sweaty out there.